Hi, this is Lori from Shoo Shoo Paper Art, and I'm going to show how to make this really sweet daisy today. It's a part of my Valentine treat box. The treat box is a die from Reverse Confetti, and I'll have that linked for you. And this sweet little girl is a download on my blog along with the sentiment I Pick You. So you can find all of that on my blog, and I'll have the links for that as well. The daisy is actually used as a sucker cover. Isn't that cute? And it's so easy to make. So easy and quick. All right, so let's get started. All you need is a sheet of copy paper. I used, this is Hammermill 28 pounds, so it's a little bit nicer, thicker than your average copy paper, but the regular old copy paper works just fine too. You're going to need 2 pieces of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So that's 1/4 of the copy paper, and you'll need a total of 1/2 of a piece. Once you have this cut, you're just going to fold it in half, turn it and fold it in half again. Okay. Now you're going to have the folded side and what I would call the open side. You're going to take one of the open side corners and fold it toward the fold. Just like that, so that this piece is kind of a triangular shape. The next thing, to make it a little bit easier, I think you should make 3 marks. Now, you don't want to cut the point off because this is the center of the daisy and you need it to stay intact. So make 2 little marks kind of up from the point. There's no real measurement on this, just, kind of a guideline. Then it depends on how long you want your daisy petals to be. For example, this one is larger than the one that I made for the sucker cover. This is the size that I used for it, and they're made from the exact same folded piece of paper. So where you put your dot out here depends on how long you want your petals to be. So for example, this one, the dot was made all the way up here. For this one, I'm going to put the dot a little bit closer in so that, because I want the petals in the daisy itself to be a little bit smaller. So there's my dot for that. Okay, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to make a petal shape using these 3 dots as a guideline. I'm going to start on the fold right there at where my line is, and I'm just going to come up and around that dot and down to my other mark. Okay. Okay, once you've got it cut, you're ready to unfold. So let's get this one unfolded. There we go. And you have a part of your daisy. You want 2 of these. Put one on top of the other, slightly offset. Let's do that real quick. And I think there's probably several different ways that you could do the middle of the daisy. You could simply put a flat yellow circle. You could do some fringy kind of thing in there as well. What I did for this one was just to use a yellow piece of cardstock that is 3/8 by 8 1/2. I have a piece of that cut here, and I just used a pen to kind of start curling it. Kind of give it a really good curl. And then just start at one end and roll it up. Now Now that it's rolled up, I'm going to glue and secure the end. Actually, before I glue and secure it, I want to go ahead and let it loosen up just a little bit so that it'll fill the area in the middle of the daisy. So go ahead and let it loosen up and then glue the end. And pretty good chance that you'll have to hold it for just a minute so that it's nice and set up. Once your piece of yellow cardstock is dry, then you're ready to glue it right into the middle. And that's what I did with this one. Now the last thing that I did was make a leaf. And you could use a die that you have, or you can go ahead and just hand cut one, which is what I did with this one. I just made kind of a rough drawing of a leaf just to kind of give me a guide. And then I'm just going to cut that out. And it doesn't have to be really precise because just a little bit of it shows. Okay. So once you've got that ready to go, you're ready just to place it on the back of the daisy wherever you want it to go. If you want to use it as a sucker cover, one of the things that I did on my heart sucker was I taped the excess, it's kind of a big piece of plastic around it. So I went ahead and taped the pieces down to the back of the heart sucker just to make it a little neater so it wasn't sticking out behind the daisy. And then I attached the daisy to the front of my heart sucker just with some glue dots. So I hope that you find some uses for this quick little tutorial on making daisies. They're just adorable, and I think you can find all kinds of things to use them for. Remember that if you want the download for this cute little girl, it says You're a Daisy. And if you want the download for the I Pick You, you can find that on my blog, and I'll have the link down below in the supply information of the video. So thank you for joining me, and you can find me at Shoo Shoo Paper Art.